Hey y'all, Chantel here. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining in today. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and also turn on your bell icon, okay? Thank you so much. Today's video is an assumption video, but I put my own spin on it. I did not make it public. I just sent it to my nearest and dearest friends, asking them to make assumptions about me, and in turn I'm going to answer it in a video and let them know if they are right or wrong. Okay, so let's see how well they know me. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. I'll get into more of that later on in the video. Just keep watching. All right, I have all the assumptions typed in the notes app on my phone, and I'm just going to read it out to you all. The first one is, I assume you'll be such a laid-back mom that can barely raise her voice on her kids. That depicts me 90%, but not totally, because I'm all for cautioning children. I'm all for using the rod on the child, aka cane, but I'm not just that type of person. I find it so difficult to beat a child. I tend to avoid doing it altogether. To answer your question, I'll be a laid-back mom and I won't touch my kids, but if they are being very silly, then I will introduce punishments or stuff. I don't know yet. Let me not say never. There are other ways I can discipline my kids than outrightly beating them. I'll be a laid back mom, to answer your question, to answer your assumption. So yes, you're correct. I assume you're so confident but still wish you were an hourglass. My friends are crazy. Yes, I'm very confident. I'm so confident. Everybody that knows me knows that when I enter the room, I take over. I just have that aura around me. I'm just that type of person. That's how I was wired. I love myself so much that I can't let anything bring me down. But then again, sometimes I look at the mirror and I'm like, I wish this was like this. This could be like this. My face could be thinner and all of that. But that is where the insatiability of man comes in. We are never content with what we have. We always want to strive to be better. So to answer your question, I am very confident, yeah, but I wish sometimes to be an hourglass. Not necessarily 100% be an hourglass, but I wish that maybe my stomach could be slimmer or my arms could be thinner, which is where I introduce exercise into the whole scenario. Do you get? This is such a great assumption because it ties well with one of my favorite classes from Skillshare, which was anchored by Eugenia Washington, where she shared 5 exercises to boost your confidence and also improve self-care. I love that class so much. It resonates with me so well. Yeah, you guys, the first 1,000 people to click on the link in my description box get a free trial on Skillshare, and you can get to reap this whole benefit. To be honest, Skillshare has changed my life in so many ways that I can't even begin to explain here in this video. If you have not heard of the word Skillshare before, Skillshare is a learning community based online for people who are looking to learn and explore new skills despite your expertise level. Classes range from photography, lifestyle, self-care, marketing, animation, and so much more. All of these and more you can enjoy for less than $10 a month with annual subscription. There's always something that will capture your interest on Skillshare, to be honest. So whenever people compliment me on my confidence, I like it, but then again, it wasn't a day's job. It took me loving myself in all totality, watching videos like the one I previously shared from Skillshare, and just working my way up in that regard. So yeah, to answer your question, I am very confident, but sometimes I also wish to be someone else or something else, which is normal for every living, breathing human being, I believe. I assume you'll get rich or die trying. I cannot not have money in my account or have money in my bag. I can't even think about it. If I want to buy something, I can't afford it. So I try to keep my needs and my wants around my affordability range. So if it's something that is over my budget, I won't even look at it. Do you get? But if it's something I can afford, I want to be able to afford it comfortably. So yeah, your assumption is true. I'll get rich or die trying. Not literally though. You are hiding your man from the world. My friends will put me in trouble. Let me breathe. Zen. Why won't I hide my man from the world? Do you want someone to do me a Portia Williams? I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I'm just joking, guys. Not joke. I'm just joking. But yeah, to answer your assumption, I am not hiding him from the world. It just so happens that he's not a camera person, and I would not want to force him to do what he's not comfortable with. Secondly, I already mentioned on my channel that I am not showing boyfriend. He already understands that when we get to the more serious stage, we are serious, right? But if we get to the stage of engagement and he eventually being my husband, God willing, then I will show him on my channel. At that point, it's inevitable because we are living in the same house. I might be vlogging my child and he comes in, or we do Q&As together. That's if it's okay with it. But in terms of vlogs and stuff, it's inevitable because we are in the same space and he just has to show. So to answer your question, I'm not hiding him from the world. I'm just very private when it comes to my personal life. I hope you guys understand that, and with time, when the time is right, you will definitely see him. Yeah, we'll just leave all of that and move on to the next assumption. I assume, in bracket, no, that you love me. Of course, baby girl, I love you. You know I love you to the moon and back. I love you so much. The next one is you like to feel tough, but you're one of the softest people I know. My friends know me so well. Like, I like to feel like the toughest in the room. Nothing gets to me, but I am actually very soft. My heart is like mesh. Like, you can just squeeze it. In terms of behavioral attitude, right? You can just squeeze it and get me. I'm just like a sponge. I'm just very soft, and yeah, that's just how God created me. You can't stand being around dirty or lazy people. Yes, I cannot stand being around dirty or lazy people. If you're not willing to put in the work, stand up and do something that will benefit you. That's in terms of lazy people. I can't even have you as my friend. I always try to push my friends. Friends can attest to this. Like, I'm always looking for ideas. You can do this, actually, you can make this work, you can do this, you can do that. And when it comes to dirty people, they know me. Nobody can be dirty around me. I already tell you, I don't know how to pretend and say, oh, I don't want to make her feel bad, I don't want to hurt her feelings. I will tell you, this thing you're scratching, I don't like it, please arrange it, because I can't function properly in a dirty environment or dirty space. My mom already knows that, so my mom acts different when she's in my room as opposed to her own room. That's just it. We've established that in our whole relationship and in terms of my friendships as well. You're a very good cook, but you hate the kitchen. That's like every Tom, Dick and Harry already knows that about me. I cook delicious delicacies. You can call me a chef at this point, but I can't be bothered. I only cook, let it be that, yes, Kelechi is not forgetting her skills in the kitchen, but aside that, I'm not into the kitchen work. I don't like it as much. I'd rather clean the house, go and buy food for you from anywhere you want to eat, but for me to stay and cook, I have my mood sometimes, right? Sometimes I feel the need to cook, I just go and cook up something, but aside that, it's not me. I don't know how people who love cooking. I know that people are different and all, but I try to. It's very amazing to see when I see them say, oh, I want to try this recipe. I want to, remember, I'm like, so yeah, that's true. You're very ambitious and would want to do everything possible to live a comfortable life. This actually mirrors the die trying or get rich assumption. So yeah, it's true. The next assumption is you're not as motivated to doing YouTube anymore. I'm still very much motivated, but the thing is, I want to indulge in other things. I feel like YouTube is taking a lot of my time. In my last live, when I mentioned that I'm looking for a job, it's not because I'm broke or anything, but I just feel like I'm this type of person that I like to do multiple things at the same time. I have my business. I just took a pause for a bit because I'm trying to restructure things. And then there's YouTube. I just feel like right now my life is revolving around filming, editing, publishing, and that's not my type of person. I want a 9-to-5 where I can go in the morning, and when I come back, I'm like, oh, I'm so busy, oh, I'm tired, but I still have to edit my video. You know, that kind of importance attached to things like that. That's just how I feel. And yeah, it doesn't mean that I'm not motivated. I just feel like there's so much more I can do. I want to delve into other things, other sides of life. Like when I had a 9-to-5 and I was doing YouTube, it was stressful, right? But I enjoyed the kick. I enjoyed the fact that I had so much to do at every given time. So yeah, I miss that a bit. Maybe when my business comes back in full force now, Home and Co and Chantel Chickstars and some other things I want to do, I'm still doing my research on, then I might be very busy. But for now, I just feel like YouTube is dampening my personality in a way. I don't know if you can understand or if you can relate. You're often misunderstood. Not necessarily. The assumption is not totally true. I feel like everybody in this world can be misunderstood, but the problem with it is when you take it to heart and you feel like, oh, this person doesn't believe what I said, this person doesn't understand me very well, so I'm moody, I feel some type of way. That's not me at all. If I tell you something from a very pure place, from a very sincere place, and you feel the need not to believe me, I move on. It's your own headache. Me, I've moved on. Me, I know that my conscience is clear and I have nothing bad against you. So yeah, in terms of being misunderstood, it's a way of life. It's a thing of life. It happens every other day to everybody. So I really don't stress myself with it. But to answer your question, am I often misunderstood? It's 50-50 actually. The next one is, you're working on something big but you're too scared to share. Is it something big? I feel like it's something that people might like and it might eventually turn into something big. I'm not the type of person that thinks overly big. I'm just in the middle. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to think of it as overly big. I think very big, but in terms of this one, I don't want to think of it as overly big, but it has the potential to becoming something big, hopefully, God willing. And yeah, I am not too scared to share. I'm still working on it, and when I'm done, I will share it with all of you, my beautiful people. You're not fluid with your decisions. Okay, that means I'm very stringent when it comes to things. I'm neither here nor there with this assumption, because in terms of certain things, I am very stringent. Like, I don't want to move. Dear, that thing, anything you want to say, I'm not changing my mind. But in terms of some other things too, I'm very fluid. Let peace reign. I'd rather do it your way than do it my way, just for peace to reign. You get? So it depends on the thing. If it's very important, something I'm very passionate about, I am not changing it for any human being, except God ministers to me and tells me, Kelechi, you have to change this decision. So yeah. The next one is, you are very nice, however a no-nonsense person. Yes, baby girl, you know me so well. I am so sweet. Someone tried it recently with me. He come to me asking for help, and type of person I am, this is something that other people don't do for others. So you come to me and you even cited that you're not sure if I will do it for you, and I'm like, oh, it's no big deal, I'll do it for you, it's not a problem. And you're like, oh, you're so sweet, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's the norm. Whatever, I will do it for you, right? But things happened and I did not do it as at the time you expected me to do it. Put into perspective that this was me going out of my way to do something for you, okay? And I not did at the time you wanted me or you felt like I should do it, and then you send me a stinker and telling me that, oh, it's no big deal, you can actually do this, it won't take you anything. I'm like, where are you coming from? This was someone that was sweet towards me the other day, and now you're becoming your real self. Because when people behave like this, you know that whatever they were doing before was just sheer pretense. So yeah, I'm very nice but a no-nonsense person. So when the person did that, I just cut off. I'm like, I'm not doing it for you again. You can bring heaven down. I'm done. Let's move on. You can try someone else. So yeah, that's just me. I'm very nice. I'm very sweet. I can come off all good and everything. Not come off, that's just my attitude. I don't look down on anybody. There's nothing like, oh, hierarchy, I'm better than you, or all of that stuff. But once you cross boundaries, that's the end. I will tell you in caps, like, I'm done. Like, I cannot go this route with you anymore. So to answer your assumption, that's true. You are a freak in the sheets but a lady in the streets. Yeah, girl. Yes, girl. I'm actually a lady in the street. To answer your assumption, you're correct. Let's keep it at that. You're making lots of money from YouTube and your businesses. I'm making enough to take care of me and my needs. And yeah, would I want to make more? Of course, yes. Capital letter, yes. But right now, I'm not asking anyone for anything. The next assumption is from one of my close friends. She says, I assume you have lost some friendships throughout the year. Like, you don't already know. Of course, I've lost some friendships throughout the year, and it's not a bad thing. That's how life rolls. You gain some, you lose some. God brought people into our lives for different reasons at different times. So if you lose someone and it's irreparable, then just wish them well and move on. Those I've lost as friends, to be honest, from the depth of my heart, I don't have anything ill against them. I don't wish them bad. If for anything, I even wish them to succeed so that I can be on the sidelines, because we are not friends anymore, cheering them on. I'm like, oh, thank God for this person and all of that. But yeah, I've lost some friendships along the way, and maybe it happened due to the fact that I wasn't loving them as they would want to be loved, and vice versa. So nobody's to blame in any way. I'm just very mature enough to see see life from a different perspective at this point. If you're with me at this moment, you're my friend right now, we're very close, we're buddies, it doesn't necessarily translate that we will be the same 20 years to come. So life just happens, and I'm fine with it. So far as there's no bad blood between us, I'm okay. You have an OCD. I would like to think that I have a tiny bit of OCD. I have a problem. Like, something might be on the floor now. I cannot sleep until I remove it. But I'm trying to live life more freely, like not be so bent on doing things how they're supposed to be. Sometimes I'll just let it be, but I'll be so uncomfortable. You can see the restlessness in me. So I'd like to think that I have a bit of an OCD, but not so much at all. I can actually stay in a not so arranged environment. I don't say scattered, but that's extreme. So yeah, you are prudish and you don't like to talk about sex and the bedroom. The person that asked this question is actually my friend's younger sister that I came to love and become really, really close friends with. We've known each other for so long, known her ever since I knew her sister, but I was not close to her. I just knew her like, oh, you're my friend's younger sister and all of that. So I never felt the need, or I've never been comfortable enough to discuss matters like this with her. So I feel like that's where she's coming from. Hung out with a couple of my brother's friends, right? I will not have this type of discussions with them, male or female, because I see them on that pedestal that they are my elder brother's friends. Do you get? So that's how I saw her, even though the age difference is not much, but I've always seen her as my friend's younger sister. The type of discussions I will have with my friend that is your older sister will not be the same type of discussions I will have with you. So it varies. With my friends, I'm open, we talk about any and everything. So to answer your assumption, my darling, it's just because of our friendship. But right now, as we are, I feel like I can talk about it a bit, but not as much as I would talk about it with your sister. I hope that makes sense. Not like I'm doing seniority or anything, but that's just how I was brought up. You have boundaries with people that are older than you, and you don't discuss some type of thing. I just feel like that's the best way I can explain it. I hope someone got something from it. Yeah. So to answer your assumption, I'm not. It just has to do with my discussions and relationship with you. You're my love. You know I love you any day, anytime. So yeah, don't take it the wrong way, okay? With that, we've come to the end of this video. This video was sponsored by Skillshare. Please do well to check them out, and I will leave a link in my description box that redirects you to the website or your app from your app store, be it iOS or Android, so you can experience the free trial if you haven't done so already. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching. Which was your favorite part? Let's take it to the comment section. Thank you all so much again for watching. I love y'all. I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.